Hello everybody, my name is Dylan, and welcome back to another episode of Game and Yap. As you can see, I am playing Deadlock today. This is a bot match, because when I make these Game and Yap videos, the focus is more on the yap than the game. And I don't want to ruin somebody's public match, because I'm not fully paying attention to the game. Now, on today's Game and Yap, I wanted to focus on the subject of figuring it out as you go, and the idea that too much planning can be a bad thing. Basically, for like a too long didn't watch, if I were to try to distill what I want to say into a single, sentence, it's that you not only can, but should figure it out as you go. You should be taking it one step at a time and not meticulously trying to plan for every circumstance and every possible outcome. Because that's not possible. You legitimately cannot plan for every possible outcome. There are going to be unforeseen circumstances, and those could be both positive or negative. Plans have to change and adapt, and so there is a degree to which planning ahead can start to just have basically diminishing returns. Instead of trying to constantly have a 100% foolproof plan every step of the way, if you're nervous to start and you've been planning to start something for a long time, you kind of at a certain point just have to kind of go for it. And which I understand is a harder thing to do than to say. If you try to have everything figured out from the jump before you start, you're never going to start. It's never going to be good enough to start, which can kind of have this like negative feedback loop where you tell yourself it needs to be a certain way before you can start, but you're always going to be shifting that goalpost and procrastinating. So it can start as a positive thing, but in excess it can be immensely negative overall. I haven't bought anything from the shop. That's what I mean about not paying attention. But as I was saying, at a certain point you just have to accept what comes and adapt to it. Realistically, at some point you just gotta go. Even if you're not perfectly satisfied with the circumstances, you probably never will be. You good girl? Okay, I put the bots on easy because I thought, like, I don't know. Anyways, what sort of inspired this Game and Yap, because, all of the Game and Yaps are usually inspired by a specific inciting event. The thing that happened that made me need to learn the lesson that I, am now imparting onto you in this video, or at least trying to. The inciting incident this time has sort of just been a general amount of, like, self-doubt that I've been having when it comes to my content and my videos. Just having videos flop immensely after finding any amount of success. It's very, I don't know, it makes it more difficult to want to keep going, even though, like, don't get it twisted, I'm doing this for the love of the game, but, like, I want to realize my creative vision, as fucking pretentious as that sounds for somebody who's making gaming fucking Let's Play videos. But, like, the videos that I want to make in their purest form are definitely not the ones that will be perfectly optimized to have the most success in the algorithm-centric creator landscape, or like, it's more of a consumption landscape. Not to say I'm like compromising myself creatively in an immense way or something, but you have to consider how YouTube is going to promote your video, or like if it's going to promote your video. And the shitty part is that the algorithm is incredibly nebulous about what exactly it wants from you, which is very unfortunate, because I'm somebody who's been, like, I was academically successful, due in no small part to the fact that there's a set rubric for everything, that I had a very specific and direct set of instructions to follow if I wanted to get high grades, and I could do that. The TISM makes me very good at following instructions directly and very bad at not doing that. So when I'm beholden to this nebulous set of algorithms and their desires to push my content to the people who have subscribed to me directly or not, I get a little, and by a little I mean a lot, of self-doubt and second-guessing myself and not being confident in what I'm making because it's underperforming. Even though I enjoy the videos that I make, or I'm proud of the content I release, like, sometimes it doesn't matter. I look at the numbers are low. And like, when you open YouTube Studio's creator app, oh my god, the amount of statistics and graphs and numbers and charts and everything, fucking hell. I'm sure my brain is lighting up like a fucking Christmas tree and making me feel all sorts of things about my self-worth and identity as a creative person, because, like, part 2 of my Let's Play didn't do as good as part 1, and now I'm gonna blow my own brains. You hate to see two bad bitches pitted against each other, huh? You hate to see women pit against women. Oh, that's not very nice. So yeah, I've been getting caught up in how my videos are performing a lot and falling into these downward spirals where I spend hours, like, second guessing all of my decisions and all of the identity I have as a content creator and what kind of videos I want to make and all of these different things that I consider, and then I don't end up making anything because I'm just so afraid of not making the thing that is right, I guess. The thing that's right from YouTube's perspective, or the thing that it thinks I should make, not the thing I think I should make. Because the thing I think I should make is usually what I do, which unfortunately isn't great for modern YouTube, you know? I mean, I saw people on Reddit giving advice to small YouTubers when I was, you know, looking into things like CTR and SEO and all these terms and shit when I was trying to do my due diligence and learn. I saw so much advice that just boiled down to like, sand off all of your own personal identity from your content. If you enjoy making something but it doesn't perform well, abandon it and find something until you get one thing that's successful, and then just do that thing over and over again forever. Look, here I did it, and look how good look how many high numbers my channel gets. It's like, oh man, what horrible fucking advice. If you tell people that if they fail, they should quit and try something else immediately, they're never going to enjoy doing this, and they're probably not going to succeed. Because ultimately, you need persistence and luck to succeed. You need to be able to keep doing it, the willingness to keep going. And some people just aren't going to have that intrinsically. Some people aren't going to be doing it for the love of the game. They're going to be doing it for the dollar sign. And so telling people that may already have that mindset, yeah, if you failed, you gotta try something else. It's not gonna work. Somebody essentially said, you will not succeed doing this type of content even if you love it. You should do X instead, or you should pivot to this. Cater to a younger audience because it's bigger, and like all this advice that is, I guess, strictly objectively probably good advice if your goal is to make your numbers get higher and nothing else. But I just hate to see that kind of culture dominate the creative ecosystem when I just want to make funny haha videos that I love and, you know, try to find success doing that. So seeing all these other outside voices also, you know, sort of echoing the inside voice that's telling me I can't and that I need to try something else and that I should be questioning my creative identity and my creative process. I mean, shit, I go down these rabbit holes on the worst days, and I will, like, genuinely reconsider my entire creative process and, like, overhauling the way I approach content creation in general. And it's like, that's not productive in any capacity, not for making new content, not for fucking, you know, getting better at making it. It's just a negative mindset to be in, and it's one that I'm too prone to falling down. Which, you know, ties back into overthinking generally, but then, you know, specifically the point of this video, the idea of planning too much. Every time I look at my video fail, I spend like an hour and a half just reconsidering, okay, what if I change the title and thumbnail to this? And then I end up just in this cycle where I'll spend hours a day thinking about content creation. I'll think about making videos. I'll think about creating. And then I will not because I'm too afraid that what I make won't succeed. And then when I do finally make something and it doesn't succeed, it just confirms my suspicions, and then I will not make a video for a whole week, even though I easily could. And it fucking sucks, and I hate it, and I hate the way my brain works sometimes. So basically, I'm trying to get better at just kind of going for it, you know, not focusing on the numbers, being more comfortable figuring it out as I go, you know, and failing and having videos flop and being able to just kind of take it on the chin and go make another one. Iterating instead of trying to constantly go back and fix something I've already made. Moving forward instead of trying to continuously Groundhog Day my way through the same content. I mean, look, I could tie this back into like remake culture and, you know, the general stagnation of pop culture, especially in the gaming industry, but I will save it. I will save us both the time, and I will continue talking about what's relevant to the video. So here's some better advice than the Redditors I was seeing. If you have an idea and you're not exactly sure it's gonna work, or you're not 100% confident in yourself to be able to do it, try anyways. Worst case scenario, you don't end up finishing it. Second worst case scenario, you do finish it and it does not find success. But if you liked it, that's the important thing. Man, some videos don't get pushed by the algorithm until like 6 weeks after they're uploaded. It's completely random. It's just you're throwing your video into the slot machine of other millions of people uploading videos every day. You have to be confident in your own creations if you want them to find success. That's the key. That's the key here. However, at a certain point, you have to be comfortable even if you're not completely confident in yourself. Like, I'll be honest, I've posted videos before that I was like, not totally sure if that's gonna be a good video. Like, I like the idea, I think it was pretty funny, but I'm not sure how it's gonna land, and it does really well. Or sometimes I think, wow, that was a banger, that's gonna pop off, and it does really poorly. How you feel about it isn't really the end-all be-all, especially if how you feel about it is usually negative, which, unfortunately, I'm sure plenty of you could relate to, is kind of the norm for me. So yeah, these negative feedback loops have been fucking me up recently. I've been like trying to figure out the granular details of videos that I haven't even begun to record yet, or like series that I haven't finished yet. Again, planning ahead can be useful to a point. I have long since passed that point and am veering directly into the sun. I do that instead of just kind of taking it one step at a time and going for it and like figuring it out as I go. Because like, not to toot my own horn, but I'm good at figuring it out as I go. I've proven to myself countless times before that I operate very well under pressure when I do just have to like wing it a little bit. So why don't I do that? Why am I not comfortable doing that with my videos? Why do I feel like that's the exception, where I have to have everything granularly planned out to the down to the last minute detail? I'll give you a hint. It's not, and I'm wrong. And stupid. I just gotta listen to the Bob Ross speech at the end of the song We Saw the Sun by Lil Yachty. And the time you spent worrying about it and trying to plan a painting, you could have completed a painting already. Let it happen. I would spend weeks worrying about the pictures and drawing it out, trying to get all the sketches right. But here, we just let it happen. So yeah, that's kind of the crux of it, right? Go for it, let it happen. Stop trying to plan so much in advance. It's at a certain point it becomes just poison for your creative well. You gotta let those creative ideas out and stop swirling them around in your head over and over again. I've found myself wasting a lot of time recently, kind of waiting for myself to feel good before I like do the things that I love. And this is beyond just creating. This is with regards to creating and also like consuming art, you know, playing games, reading books, watching movies and shit. I'll often kind of feel like shit and be like, well, I don't want to do it if I feel like shit, so I'm just gonna wait until I feel better. But it's like, hey, dingus, you feel better when you do the things you love. You have to do those things for you to feel better. That feeling isn't just going to miraculously come. And even if it does, are you really just going to sit around waiting for it instead of going after it instead? Oh no, we're going to win too quickly. I'm not done talking. So in those cases, I need to just suck it up and start, you know? The times I feel the best are when I'm doing or have already done the things that I love, not when I'm sitting around waiting for myself to feel better so that I can do the things that I love. You know, when I spend days with my friends, even if I'm exhausted at the end of the day, or even if I've worked hard on something throughout the day and made something, that's when I feel the best. When I feel like I'm exhausted in a good way. That's when I feel the most alive and grateful for existing on Earth. But that feeling doesn't come from nowhere. That feeling is something I have to go after myself, instead of sitting around and waiting for it to come to me. And I gotta stop planning so much and just go. So if you relate to any of that, I hope you found what I said in this video useful. I hope it made sense. I hope I didn't just incoherently ramble for 25 minutes. 22. That's an angel number. So yeah, if you're taking away anything from this video, chase the things you love, because that's when we feel the most alive as humans, is when we're chasing after the things we love, even if it's exhausting, even if it's hard, and even if sometimes it kind of sucks, or you have to do it when you feel like shit. Feeling alive doesn't just come from a vacuum, and it certainly doesn't come from procrastinating doing the things you truly love and denying yourself the agency to follow your heart because you're too worried you're gonna fail or come up short. You're just gonna end up being a self-fulfilling prophecy at that point. You just gotta go for it, figure it out as you go. Even if you gotta wing it, even if you have to fake it till you make it. Well, that'll be the video then. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff if you want to see more. And thanks for watching. Goodbye.